Okay, everybody, welcome back to Trigger Tarot. So we're going to go ahead and do this today. And so this is going to be for Capricorn. So Capricorn is going to be for you. And this is going to apply to rising signs. I guess sun signs kind of apply there. Rising signs, moon signs, stellium. So if you want to go by that, you can go by that. Mostly it's going to go and apply to rising and sun signs, but if you want to play it to your stellium and your moon sign, you can as well. So yeah, been pretty busy this month, so I think I'm just really going to get through probably one sign. If things get a little bit easier, then we'll do more, but I think for now I've got kind of a system I'm going to try here, and we're just going to focus on, one zodiac sign a month, at least for now. If things get a little bit easier in the future, then I'll clear up some time. But so what we're going to do for this is I'm going to pick two cards. You're going to help me pick two cards for this. I'm going to pick two cards from here, this pile, two cards from this pile, two cards from this pile, and we're going to go in kind of a clockwise position here. So we're going to go around like this, and I'll start with one card here as your beginning card for this month, and basically it's going to go throughout the year. So it's going to be like a reading, a yearly reading for you, Capricorn. And we'll start with one of these cards and end with one of these cards here. And then we'll do a positive modifier at the end with a dictionary. So yeah, the dictionary, we're going to do that again. So let's go ahead and pick this. I'm going to let you help me with that. So I've already shuffled, and going to need your help for this one here. So let's go ahead and do that. Help me pick the right card and don't let me screw up. All right, next card. So this will be the finale card here. All right, so those are going to be the two cards we're going to go with near the end. Let's put that there. All right, so we need two cards from here. Got two risk cards. All right. We'll see what kind of cards we get out of here. We got those two. I can kind of already tell which one this one is. That one there. Okay. Let's look and see what they say. All right. We've got some wands here. Okay, so we're starting off with some wands here. So it looks like probably the beginning part of the year you're going to be building something kind of on your own. seems like that's going to be the case. Oh, before we do that, let's make sure we ring the luck bell just a minute so we get some luck here. Because otherwise, if we don't, you know, it's not going to be very good for you. I don't think you're going to like it at all.
Bring out your dead!
Okay. Now that we know how 2020 went, let's move forward to 2021. Let's try to make this a little bit better. I know we're still at the end of 2020, but you know, this is for you, for your sign, because we're still a little bit a part of your sign right now. There's a certain amount of days left, so that's pretty good. But it looks like you're going to be building something here. You're going to be working on something that no one else is really going to be working on. It looks like you're going to be having your own project here, Capricorn. So I guess that's a good thing for you. I mean, it could be. You'll have to let me know. So let's look and see what we got. We got Western United States and Venezuela. So if what you're working on has something to do with products that are coming out of Venezuela or the Western United States, it looks like you're, you know, probably working with factors or people or features that are coming from there. Be something to do with, maybe there's a prospect that's going to come up, and the prospect could lead you towards these locations. Now, if that's not the case, then you're going to have to look towards that direction. So let's say you're in Brazil. You got to look northwest for your prospect. If you're, you know, let's say you're in New York or something like that, you're going to have to look west or south for your possible options as far as like how to move forward. So this is like the work card here. This is like where the work is leading you, because there's obviously work to be done, and you got to figure out how that's going to get you there. Now it's likely that it's going to be coming from here, or you might meet a work partner, or there could be supplies that would be there that would help you fuel your business or fuel your work. And so coming into it, you know, halfway, you know, moving forward from here, we got the community chest card. Holiday fund matures. Clicked $100. So $100 right there. So it looks like you might actually gain some income. And Waterworks, this is pretty obvious. Waterworks is right there. So Waterworks is here. So $100 in Waterworks. What could this possibly mean? Well, Waterworks, you know, in Monopoly is it's kind of better than the electric company, you know, and I guess in a way it's going to be something more natural, like a more natural resource, a more necessary resource. So if this means that you're going to gain a boon of some kind of money through investing in something that's necessary. Now, yes, electric company is also necessary too, but if we're going to go back to the Stone Age, well, we really need water. We don't need electricity too badly, but electricity is a comfort. And it also depends, like if you live in a northern climate and, you know, it's cold outside, electric heating is obviously easier to do than going down, chopping down a bunch of trees and then, you know, burning a stove. So I'd have to say for this, it kind of feels like you're building something here, but it might have to do with something natural. So it might not necessarily mean water. It could just mean something like a kind of a necessity. So let's say you're building a business, you're going to become a baker or something like that. Bread is, you know, one of those necessary things that we do eat. You know, it could be an animal farm. It could be, you know, maybe you're selling eggs, or maybe you're selling, you know, something that's just very necessary. Maybe you're a part of an agricultural prospect or something like that. It could be leading you to that, you know, type of thing. But it looks like there's going to be a lot of business. Looks like you're looking for supplies, you know, towards these areas here, you know, that are there. Looks like you're looking for that. So that would be, you know, Venezuela and Western United States. I don't know if you can see it too well here, but that's that. And Venezuela's here. But yeah, you're going to be looking for that kind of stuff. And you've got this one dude hold up his rod. holding up a stick. Got waterworks here. You've got $100 bill. So yeah, that looks like that's kind of what it's going to be about. It's going to be something more natural. I don't think it's going to be something like fame induced. I mean, maybe it could be. Maybe this means that, you know, your profits are going to be gushing. Maybe people are going to be gushing over your products. I don't know. Could be something like that, but I think it's going to probably be more of a natural thing for you here. So let's pull up the crazy eights. You know, we'll see what your... I'm going to use this as like the idea for your significant other, for someone that's supporting you here, because I like these Uno cards, and I like this card for like yourself or your other, like what the potentials are. So there's a Mars card here, and there's a 9. So we've got 4, 9, you know, we get 13, which also added up makes 4. Typically, if you add numerology together, 9 almost always cancels out and becomes almost nothing, especially with this, because you know, add the 2, you get 13, and then 1 and 3 make 4. So 9 is just, you know, kind of gone. So it looks like it's sort of coinciding here. You know, there is a Mars energy, so maybe your significant other isn't too much into this. Like I said earlier, like this looks like this is just a you journey here. You know, you might have a significant other, you know, doing a little pom-pom thing here and there, you know, with whatever encouraging statements they can give you. But honestly, you know, they're giving you the Mars energy, like go for it. But really it comes down to like this 9, you know, this 9 matches with this 9 here. And I think that's really what we're looking at. So going through the year, you're going to feel this energy here. Now, whether this picks up initially here, this looks like the beginning part of the year, you're going to figure out your resources are going to come from an area like Venezuela or Western United States. Now, whether that's Silicon Valley or, you know, someplace near the Western United States, maybe you're getting like a bunch of big logs from Oregon. I don't know. But it's going to be a natural resource, and going through the middle of the year, it's going to be something along the lines of a natural resource. It could just be water. I mean, you could be laying pipe. That's a different meaning. But you could be, you know, laying, you know, the foundations of something natural to go forward, you know, to make connections. So it could be connections. It looks like you're going to probably get a little bit of money to help with this. Now, if you don't just get money, maybe there's an idea that you could set up a fund, you know, because it says holiday fund matures. So maybe you have to set up a little bit of a GoFundMe, and people will give you, you know, a little, just enough to maybe help you get this off the ground. And it looks like your significant other is going to be all on board, but it looks like you're going to have a very strong, you know, red 9 card, which is like emphasizing the initial card right there. So you're going to have all the energy yourself to be able to pull forward. So let's go ahead and pull this card here, and Page of Wands. Just like that, we pull up all the major arcana cards here on Trigger Tarot. At least we only 2 cards now. You know, we still were able to pull up some more, you know, of the good stuff. So, you know, obviously it's looking like you've got some resources, and now you're sort of just kind of still on the journey, on the path by yourself. It looks like you are leading the way. You know, with the Page of Wands, it's like a journeyman. You know, you're out, you're doing something on your own. So it looks like, Capricorn, you're going to be doing some things that you haven't done before, you know, but it looks like you're going to get the go to do it. Now, your success is going to, you know, pretty much rely upon you for this, mostly. You will have a little bit of a cheerleader, but it looks like, you know, you're going to lay the pipe, you know, that's going to lead you where you need to go. Now, these rods could be pipes. Maybe you are creating a plumbing business or something like that. Maybe you are selling copper material for plumbing. I don't know. It could have something to do with that. Maybe for, you know, gas pipes or something. I don't know. I really don't know. But it could be one of those things. So we're going to go ahead and pull. We're going to go ahead and the dictionary here to see what that could possibly mean for a positive modifier. So I'm going to go ahead and roll some die here. I'm going to roll this die, 10, and that'll determine the first 2 numbers of the page, and then we'll roll 2 I'm just going to roll these here because it just feels like I should roll these here. So we got... Is this the 6? Yeah, that's a 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17. So yeah, 8, 9, 17. So 10, 17 is the page marker, and then the number of the page. I think I need to roll these here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the 9th one down on 10, 10, 17. All right, so I'm going to pause it. We'll get to that and we'll check it out. Okay, I think it's recording again. If not, I have to edit this. But, all right, so I got the page out here, and we've got 1017, and it is number 9, which is latchkey. So I'm going to go ahead and read it here. And latchkey, a key for opening a latch or lock, especially one on an outside door. So latchkey is your positive modifier. Now, why would that be positive modifier? Capricorn, you're gonna have to tell me. That's a bit confusing here. But latchkey is your positive modifier. So it's a key for opening. It's a key for opening a lock, essentially. So your positive modifier is basically to get the key. Now, whether this is the key to your happiness or the key to starting the return, maybe you are, maybe it has something to do with you actually getting a GoFundMe and working on something. Maybe it has something to do with locks. Maybe it has something to do with locks. Maybe you are making the groundwork for something metal, something iron. There's all these sticks here. Maybe it could have something to do with that, But it looks like you're going to have to get that key. The key is going to be the weight of your success, Capricorn. So this year going forward, maybe that's the sneaky thing. That could be the sneaky part about this whole thing. Maybe the fact is you need to get the latch key in order to make this really like a viable, thing. It needs to be opened up first. Maybe there's something that's locking this up. There's something that's locked up this process of you being able to become successful with this kind of build, with this kind of journey that you're going to be taking here, and it's locked. Somehow this is locked, and there's a key for you to find to open up. Maybe I should pull another card and get an idea as to what that key could be. Maybe we should go ahead and do that. So I've already shuffled. Let's go ahead and pick one more card. So Capricorn, help me out here. I think this might help us out. I hope it does. So angels above that want to help out Capricorn. Hope you can help here. I'm going to just go and kind of visualize this because there's some kind of key. Let's see what kind of form the key takes to try to help us out with this, because that could be a bit confusing. This could maybe help us out with this. So gotta find the key, right? And the key is hidden, isn't it? The feeling it's this one right here, isn't it? Or was it that one? I think it's this one. Only on Trigger Tarot do we pull all the major arcana cards just like that. Boom! The world. The world is the key. The world is the key. So, we got a buck naked woman there who's holding two little rods. It's the world card. And the world card is the key. So, what does that mean to you? It's probably going to mean something different for everybody, but it's the world card. So the world is the key. The world is the key. What could that mean? Maybe it's a blender. Somebody just used a blender. Did you hear that? I don't know. That's interesting. Well, the world is the key. Maybe it's getting naked. Maybe it's maybe it's looking inside yourself to see what's inside yourself. Maybe it's exposing yourself in a way that's going to help you understand what the key is. Maybe the fact is it's buried inside of you. The key to the lock is buried inside of you to know what this could potentially be. And that maybe could be the thing. Maybe that's the point. Maybe it's buried inside of you here. You're trying to understand this, but maybe you feel like you're at a loss. Maybe the key's buried inside of you, or maybe it's to look for maybe your inner beauty. It could have something to do with that. Maybe I'm getting the fact is it could be buried inside of you. If you think maybe differently, if the world card like gives you a different idea than I'm giving you, maybe go with that. But I'm getting the idea that this is like exposing yourself and the world gets to see this. All the four corners of the world, or all the archangels of, this is considered the angels in the four corners of the world. Think it's also kind of biblical and it's also apocryphal. I think I said that right. It's apocalyptic in a way. There's the I think there's Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are considered to be these entities here, and also for the apocalypse in the Bible too. But that's not the point. That's not the point. It's I think there's a beauty that's there. It's exposed, but yet it's a part of the key. So I think the point is you need to expose the beauty within, maybe, to find out what that key is. So I think the key's inside of you already, and once you figure that out, everything of all of this should just fall into place. But it looks like if you're going to be building something, it might have something to do with pipes. It could have something to do with something natural like water. It could have something to do with, moving forward with a more natural thing. Maybe not something that's so star crazy or anything like that. Maybe not fame per se, but definitely something more necessary. But it looks like, if you don't have a GoFundMe, maybe put one up there. Do a Kickstarter or something like that. Maybe that'll help. I know some people do this on Facebook and all that sort of thing. Maybe be like, hey, I'm trying to get some supplies for this thing that I want to do. I feel that this is what I want to do. Look to, some of these areas here, Venezuela or jungle-like Western United States has all kinds of terrain there. I can't really get a feel for like what kind of terrain this should be, but maybe the point is wherever you're at, looking towards this direction, you're going to find the people, the suppliers there, or the tools necessary to help you move forward. And it looks like your significant other is going to help you out with it, and you're going to be on a journey on your own here, but you're going to be powerful with this. And it looks like you have the world inside of you. The key's inside of you. The world is inside of you. So if you look for the world inside of you, you can bring the world outside of you. So it's really about like doing the work to showcase to the world, what you can accomplish. So this looks like 2021 is going to be quite powerful for you, Capricorn, and this applies to your rising, your sun sign, your moon, and your stellium. So I was just going to mostly just say rising, but I guess sun does kind of apply a bit here too, because the sun and rising are very, very close to each other, because your sun's your ego, your rising is more of your like personal core type of persona. Your moon is like your interior subconscious in a way. And stelliums, basically, if you don't know what stellium is, it's if you have a lot of planets within one sign. So wherever the planets lie in your natal chart, in your sign, so if you've got 3 or 4 or 5 of them, you might feel a little more connected. Like I've got a lot of planets in Libra. So there's a lot of times I feel very connected. And I've always wondered why, like, I always want to try to balance everything. Like I want my life to be balanced in so many ways. And that's that's the essence of Libra right there. So like in a lot of ways, I'm very close to being like a Libra, because I have a lot of planets in Libra actually. But also kind of how they portray themselves. But that's pretty much it. I have nothing left to say. I hope that this video turned out well. I paused it and I didn't know if it was running or not, and I'll have to check it out later. Hopefully it worked out fine. But yeah, Capricorn, let me know what's up. Let me know what's going on. Next up, we'll do Aquarius for the next month. And I'm just going to try to do like a focus for each of them for the month, at least for now, because I am working on some other projects. I've got a lot of things. I'm juggling a lot of I'm juggling a lot of balls right here. So I'm trying to do a lot of things, and I'm trying to expand as well. So I hope you have a good day. And until next time, until later, you can definitely come back and check out your other signs too. So your moon and your stellium and your sun, if that's all different, in your chart. But if you want to look up for your natal chart, just go, there's a website called Astrolab, I think. And it's a pretty good one to go to. But there's probably other ones as well. But if you want to see some good readers, definitely check out the links down below. You'll find a really good one down there. I do recommend her. And other than that, I've got nothing left to say. So thanks for being here, and I hope you had a good day or night or whatever it is. And I'll see you in the next Trigger Tarot. Good night.